wait. Let me get back to the. Okay, there I'm on my screen.
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile. What do you mean? Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. Damn, she fucking bolted. You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No. I mean, it could just slip.
She literally just. Okay.
But the bottle just doesn't break. It broke. Oh dear, how careless of me. Yo, that's contempt of court. Can't they, like, lock her up just for that?
Not sure.
I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. No.
The wind
What
blasted
is it?
back.
What just happened? The Englishwoman, she just smashed that bottle. In the Supreme Court? What a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much water from the broken bottle as possible, at once. You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. Ah ha 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 ha. How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle or not. We still have the glasses.
I mean, I feel like this makes it super obvious that you're the culprit.
Yeah. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, my dear. That's right, and really, look at this photograph. It's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy. Objection! No, you killed the victim that day, using karate. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor dead in the chest with your own hidden gun. That is a really high fucking bullet hole to miss. But maybe she has like an umbrella gun or some shit. Then,
Maybe.
in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit this crime. Ha 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 ha, what a wonderful imagination you have, young man.
It's like 18.
Yeah, he's... Hold on, let's see his age. He's like 1980. 23.
Look at her age. We gotta see.
24.
Oh, okay, so she's ancient, clearly.
Yeah. A hidden gun, you say, and I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And nothing to support your wild claims. Prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? Well, we had her, but now, is she really going to get away with this? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke. Yes? We've come this far, but now, you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the only thing you could really depend on. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back now. Try to remember every last detail of the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
Gotta do a flashback.
What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Why is it zooming in on the steak?
Get
Oh shit, it's giving. Oh, blood.
Like a. What?
Is Cosmo right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head, could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? It's a clue, obviously.
We just said there's nothing.
Yeah, we just said there's nothing and conceded. Actually, Cosmo, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. You always put something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on then, let's wipe the smug smile off that English woman's face with some evidence. Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arrive at the truth, after all. In here, I wonder if it's the blood stain. It could even be the fork.
It's probably the fork, my guy.
Yeah, it's probably the fork. It's probably the steak. Oh yeah, right there. What? Oh,
I think it's the steak. Oh.
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this. Yes, what is it? He's still miles away. Probably thinking about that bottle before being smashed. As you said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day. Wait a minute. Where are you... Where are you going with this, little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a splatter of blood. What? Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor, except it didn't go through, you bitch. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relevant position of everything here. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Mr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Yes. For blood to have made it into that plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were. Jezebel Brett? I beg your pardon? This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing? This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate. In the interest of preserving evidence...
The what was it? The moment of truth?
This truly is the Tenshisatsu moment of truth, even though that's not what Tenshisatsu means.
It's definitely not what Tenshisatsu means. That's why I was so confused when you said that. Like, that's definitely not the translation of that.
It means, like, all heavens have abandoned you.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Okay.
I took it, neat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief about it. You did what?
I mean, he's already said he did this before.
Yeah. He's already tampered with this crime scene. He's gonna get fucking convicted as well. He's admitted to this. This is like the third time.
Look, he's did it for a good cause.
Yeah.
And that is allowing us to have a video game, because otherwise we would end here.
Yeah. I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
But are they gonna explain him bleeding out the mouth?
Yeah, does he just have tuberculosis? Is that the explanation?
It may be.
Maybe. Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Inspector. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir.
Well, I guess we're gonna have a recess. Oh, no, he just had it.
No, he just has it.
Where'd
He
he-
had it in his pocket. Sorry for the delay.
Oh, I guess the delay was...
Here's what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't. Quickly, Inspector. The blood, man. Show the court.
The blood, man.
The blood, man. Of course. Inspect the plate at your leisure.
Oh my god!
Huh. No blood. No blood anywhere. If only we had luminol in the Meiji era. Impossible.
Also, it clearly was in the photo, so what did you expect?
Yeah. Hold on. Is that the fucking right one?
Yeah. That's the right... Wait,
Yeah, I
no.
guess-
Go back. Maybe she swapped plates.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's more of this steak than the one
Yeah,
we
that's
have in
right.
front of us.
Yeah. She definitely ate this.
Go on, let's count the
swapped
diamonds.
plates.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's always 4 visible there, and how many are visible here? 1, 2, 3.
I mean,
Close.
it's like half. This is definitely not the same steak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
I know, I saw
And he wouldn't have
it.
been able to eat... He wouldn't
Sure.
have been able to eat a steak anyway.
Yeah, why was he in front of that one? If it was her plate. She switched seats with him and then turned him around.
I think she just swapped the plates after he shot him.
Oh, that might... But there's like a placemat and glass and everything. I don't know. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
He did something.
She did something. Something happened. Hee. What an unbecoming expression, little boy. Damn, look at that swan.
Oh my god.
You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. They should just fucking throw her in prison for, I don't know, make up a charge.
Make up a trunk.
Anti-nationalism, I don't fucking know. Just throw her in jail and we'll figure it out later.
I couldn't agree more.
This is the case of, in the case of this disgrace to the empire.
I agree. I don't trust Japanese people either.
I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
No.
Let's
There's yet
hope
another
so.
turnabout.
This This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
The plate of steak has been entered into the court record. Was the plate I saw, or thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination? Wait a minute. I just thought of something. Besides that emblem on that side. Steak's on the wrong side of the thing.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
Where's the actual steak? Maybe, no, I'm wrong. But wait, the other picture shows just the steak. Yeah, that's the one. Damn.
Yeah, there's only one plate, so...
Yeah,
I mean, she could have wiped off the blood.
she could've. I thought, just a figment of my imagination? This is it now. I've lost. Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Huh? Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what.
Don't stop.
Believe in myself? Really?
Yes.
Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. Okay, let's actually examine it. 'cause it's
Maybe
hard
we
to do.
should look at it for another angle.
Yeah, look at it from another angle. Here it
Oh my
is.
God, we're
Oh shit,
looking-
there's a gold coin. A Koban coin. That's where it went. We found it. Huh?
What the shit?
What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. And the hallmark is from the Heiau era, I think. No, I don't believe. What is it? I mean, what's it doing there? Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Like that dude
she-
lost?
She swapped it with that other guy.
Yeah. Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time today there's been talk about a Hoei Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion before bouillon. I don't think you ever will again.
It's a terrible pun, but I get it.
I don't. This is extraordinary, though. This means... I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. It's from the Hoei era, too. That would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in juices as well, look. What are you thinking of, eating it? No, but the next time I order steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure, my heart's gonna be racing if I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize.
I don't think I would ever eat steak after this case. I would never go back to a restaurant and serve steak.
I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke. Koban coin underneath the steak? There's only one logical explanation. Let's flip this turn upside down. There's nothing.
This is a 3D steak.
Yeah.
Gravity defying.
This emblem is on the side of the plate. Is it a cat? It's a cow, obviously. Most likely because the restaurant's signature dish is beef steak. It seems a lot of different restaurants have their own unique tableware. So this is the symbol of La Carnival, is it? And what about the side where the blood was? Nothing. Okay. But we found a Koban.
Wait, was there another thing on the steak?
I don't think so.
No, I think there was on the side.
Maybe. Oh, damn it. As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection. That bloodstain was going to cinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There's another clue. Your Excellency, please wait. The plate of beefsteak is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
We have been saying this for like 2 hours now.
I know.
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
He's hungry, man. He didn't get to finish his dinner.
I know. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled. I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is this new clue to be found?
Well, I mean, it's clearly, yeah.
Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. And a hallmark from the hallway. Yeah, we read this already. Wait, did you say it was?
Did they not
hallmark?
expect us to...
They didn't expect us to actually look at anything beforehand, I guess. It is recycle the
But, like-
dialogue.
Okay, whatever. Just gotta bouillon and bouillon, you know.
Fuck you.
I can't find... Yeah, it looks completely normal down there.
I certainly never expected to find a precious Koban.
Okay, Rob. Well, we gotta figure out what...
I think
what
I have to press
degree of-
Y on it. Hold on.
What degree of cooking is this steak? Like, is this looks like a
That's
maybe
medium.
like a medium rare? It's like a medium, yeah, medium rare.
Yeah. We read this already.
So we could tell that someone had at least decent taste. He wasn't like doing this well done. He didn't fry the steak.
Well done, covered in ketchup. Got it.
You know,
Good gracious, that's...
A Koban?
What on earth? A Hoei era one, at that.
your plan was destroyed by the old man being terrible. With
The
his
old
food.
man being terrible with his treasures. And the soldier being so sneaky with his crimes. Miss Brett. This is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me. Why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meal? Her fucking swan's pissed. What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part in it.
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That would simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Oh my god. Imagine that.
Imagine if your chef just accidentally put an ancient coin under your food. You'd feel real special.
I mean, apparently the Hoey era was only the 1700s, so it wasn't that long. It was only like 100 years before, but still.
Yeah.
Again, like a...
That'd be like if
In
someone
the
put like a
30s.
fucking, I don't know, World War I coin.
Yeah, you put a World War I photograph under my steak.
There's just an entire fucking Calibri pistol. Fucking tiny ass 2mm one.
This entire...
I
laser
lost my
under there.
priceless World War I artifact under your steak. I carry it to work every day. In case I need to cap someone. But, you know, not too hard.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, only a little bit. Enough that a leather jacket would protect them. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? How many kitchens have Hoei Kobans? A rare Hoei Koban just happened to be hidden underneath a piece of meat. If that turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoei Koban just happened to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to this case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now. What job?
By all means, don't stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here. The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what is doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. I gotta pick him out of my evidence. The owner of
Do we really have to pick him?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
They gotta make sure you're paying attention.
I guess it was a pretty long trial. You may have forgotten.
Obviously,
Maybe.
it can only be the antiques dealer and the owner of Rasute, Kurekuta. Kuri, as in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Oh,
Bitch,
there you
your
go.
name doesn't
That's-
even mean anything.
your name's Giselle.
Okay, actually that is a noun, but fuck you. Ah, yes. These Japanese names fucking mean something. They're combinations of words, not shit from the Bible or shit from languages hundreds of years ago.
Well, to be fair, I think the joke here is that it's obviously a pun name.
Yeah. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing? You sucking dick, my guy? Hunting for
As you
treasure.
do.
That's how you get that
On the
good
floor.
deal. You sell them antiques and you give them a little under the table.
Yes.
This Hoei era Koban, do you mean to tell me?
No, please. Why would Kurekuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes, it does make no
Yes.
sense, because it's not her plate. Which is why I'm asking to bring Kurekuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him, dumbass. Officer,
It's dumbass.
bring both witnesses that testified. Why both? Well, obviously because Iesanosa fucking stole it, but still. They don't really have a reason to bring them both in.
It's just easier this way.
Guess they don't have to make new assets with him standing by himself. Can't.
Well, it's not even a new asset. You just remove the model. But
Yeah, but I think it's a different podium, and that's too much work. Just use the shit you already got. If we chase down the real significance of this Koban,
We'll find out that it's a Kiyoma in the cage.
we keep doing this, and it keeps just going.
it keeps fucking going. Now, there's 4 witnesses on the stand. 5 if you include
That's-
the baby. What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize it's dinner time for little baby Idol? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, for bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless withered antique.
Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence.
Be that as it may, Kurikuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves,
Yes, that's it.
Oh my god.
The very one. The very exact one that it is. The splendid throwaway treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day.
Stabbed a guy.
yeah, fucking murdered the child.
It can't be. As I thought. Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
We found your coin sandwich between a beef steak and its plate, soaking in seasoned meat juices.
Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously?
Sticks.
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my whole treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing, such an unconscientious thing?
I know who did it.
We gotta
Excuse
have
me.
evidence.
There's only one person that could have fucking done this.
He's obviously twitching.
Yeah. He's obviously fucking scared because he knows his time is up and he's gonna get war crimed. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such instances have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed.
There's the baby.
It was the baby. The baby did it.
Baby's like the steel. It's
Yeah.
known.
We wanted to nip this case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of a waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. So, unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid the Kurikuto-san's Koban is all too clear.
What?
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Kurikuto-san's Koban and hid under the steak?
Take that!
Clearly this idiot. Obviously, it could only be you. Sergeant Yasanosa. What? How? How dare you, you monster. Monster? I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously
babe's not
accusing
even a real
me of
soldier.
those crimes, cadet? It wasn't me, it was Ido. Ido's the mastermind behind all this. You were
I
right,
can't
it was
control
the
the baby.
baby.
You had to. It's always the way in anime.
Always.
If something's stolen and there's a child around, the child stole
Yeah.
it. Baby on the crime scene, baby did it.
You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little babby?
He's actually 35.
Yeah, he's actually just got the whatever it's called, where you look like a fucking kid. Andy Milonakis disease extreme. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
Oh my god.
Damn. You're going full horse mode, my guy.
This wasn't mentioned in the concept art.
No. Yo, they're the baby. The baby gonna stand trial. He has a dripping nose because of bad nutrition.
Yeah. That's why he's stealing so much.
Yo, now he has even more of a Waluigi mustache.
He does. He has just become
Nippon
Waluigi.
Imperial Army, Sergeant Yasunosa, prepared to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir.
Wait, this stays.
They throw the baby. Oh, no. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? That's why they had to commit war crimes, just to make ends meet. I understand.
It just had to steal all that gold from all of the locals. I'm sure it was justified.
It was justified. They weren't getting paid enough, so they had to commit those crimes. It was the only way.
Yeah, I had to murder those people. Just wasn't paid enough.
Had to. I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recent ending conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living wage, yes? He's not lower-ranking, he's a fucking sergeant. That's like 4 ranks above fucking private.
Yeah, it's not super low.
Yeah. It's like middling. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant. The place is heavy with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I enjoy the chomping my way through a good steak at the same time. Sounds like he just doesn't bother with a knife and fork, even which is worrying, unbelievable. And your target that day was the old man and his koban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. You didn't, though. You put it in your steak.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devoured when it happened. Bang. Gun. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I'd owe too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under a steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time? Well, Miss Brett.
Oh, of course, Dewey. Of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
What was that? Oh,
I don't know.
let me do this.
May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed. The thief of the koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. But if that was his plate, then where is hers?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
2 + 2 = 5,
of course.
guys.